Thank you also for the beautiful meditation with the causal chakra. I felt such a strong connection with our light family. That's lovely. It was overwhelming and my heart was singing. This endless peace filled me completely. That's just lovely. And I feel the same when the causal is opened and fine. So hello Tonya and Lucy and Kiki and Anna from Germany and Una Maria. Wonder where you come from. That's not an English name. It's lovely to see people from all over the world. I feel that we're creating a world family of light, a whole world community. And it's just great to see the same names coming in each week, strengthening the soul connections we have. And when we do the linking, then it really helps everybody to feel a belonging. And of course, you can then send those links on. So perhaps we'll do a solar plexus linking today, if I remember, because that too is an amazing thing. So Archangel Uriel is in charge of the solar plexus of humanity. And your solar plexus is such an important chakra because it's your gut. It's where you feel things. It's a huge, huge, enormous psychic center. And literally fingers of light go out from it, checking if you're safe or not. If you're driving anywhere, your solar plexus is going to be on alert, just sending out a check to see if cars are too close to you, to see how safe you are. So hello Tara and Richard and Tanaki and Mandy and Elaine and Marjata from Finland. Lovely to see you, and hope you're ready for Archangel Uriel to really touch your solar plexus and bring you peace and most of all the freedom to move on your ascension pathway. Oh, a whole lot have come in I haven't greeted. Suzanne and Susie and Satu and Marvina and Pia and Elizabeth and Mary and Marianne and Maury and Rosemary and Gail and Evelyn and Mary and Maria. Good. We're starting now to move. So I will, and I'll probably hold this up again, but I'll show you a photograph of an orb, an Archangel Uriel orb that I took in Thailand many, many years ago. And you can see that some of the chambers within the orb are open and radiating light. And those are going to radiate light into the chambers of your own solar plexus and help to heal them, open them, release them and set them free. So, isn't that fantastic? Archangel Uriel preparing to come in. And isn't it wonderful synchronicity that I got sent the golden roses for the golden Archangel Uriel? So it's brilliant. Okay, hello, a lot more people coming in. Hello, Fina and Sharon and Swemantha and Kirsten and Bennett and Josetta and Jackie. You're looking forward to the Animal Souls meditation at the weekend. Can you email questions in advance? You certainly can, though my email seems to have gone down at the moment. But I'm trying to get the questions through. Hello, Caroline. Uriel has saved your life many times as a child. He told me so when I finally found the angels. He asked me who had saved me from the abuse, and I knew it was him. Thank you, Uriel. That is just fabulous. And so as soon as the time was up for it, Uriel came in, and also to give you back the confidence that had been taken away and the sense of self-worth. Hello, hello. Oh, from Columbus. Right, how nice. You don't understand this, you're just saying hi. You're obviously feeling the energy and the light that's coming from everybody that joins. We're all linking together. Just brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, and hello, Quelly from Sarasota, Florida.
Okay, it's
I remember going there
11:30.
on holiday twice, years and years ago, and how beautiful the beaches were and how lovely it was. And one day I was in the sea and dolphins, we were just up to our waists and dolphins were swimming amongst us. And that was just magical. And Evie from Athens. Okay, what more can I start to say about Archangel Uriel? Archangel Uriel and his twin flame Aurora, meaning new beginnings, are in charge of the solar plexus chakra. And now your solar plexus is this vast psychic chakra which sends out fingers of light checking all the time that you're safe. And your solar plexus has 33 chambers, like so many of the other chakras, 33 being the vibration of the Christ light. And as each chamber opens, you learn the lesson of that chamber. And sometimes we've learned a lesson in a past life and we don't need to relearn it in this life. And sometimes we've learnt part of a lesson and we need to continue with it. And sometimes we just check on ourselves by taking another lesson again. But that takes you on a journey from lack of self-worth, victimhood, right through to wisdom and becoming an intergalactic master. It's an awesome journey. And Archangel Uriel is with you every step of the way. And as has just been commented, abuse is from lack of self-worth. And so as soon as you are ready to stand in your power, forgive what's happened in the past, Archangel Uriel is with you to take you forward. And I know people, I've mentioned this before, but I was abused when I was a baby, when I was very, very small. And it was by my ayah, and I was in India, and your ayah is your nanny, and everybody in those days used to have one. And she apparently had a terrible sex life with her husband, and she wanted to help me. She loved me. But she thought that by abusing me, she would be helping me. And of course it had the exact opposite effect. But when I asked my spirit guide, because how I knew about it was because all through my adult life I would wake up about 3 times a year perhaps in a lot of pain, dreaming that a finger was up my vagina, and that's what she used to do to me. And she thought that that was going to help me later on in life. People have very twisted ideas. And I asked what the dream was about, and my guide then told me that this is what had happened. And of course, as soon as you're told something, it all comes back and makes sense. And I said, how could I, as an innocent baby, I think I was 18 months old, how could a poor innocent child attract that? And he said, you came in with a belief that you weren't worthy. And that was because of another incarnation, in fact not an incarnation, when I was working with the Christ energy and I was working with Jesus and I was holding the planets and I had to cut them free, and I believed I'd failed, even though it was the only thing that was possible to do. What I'm trying to explain is that these beliefs that we hold may not be rational. They may not even be justified. But
very wobbly,
if that's what you feel, that you haven't done well enough, then you're going to come in to this life and you're going to attract something to that belief. Every single thing that happens to us is attracted to our beliefs. And so it's that's what we attract. Sorry, I was reading just a message from Mary Lou. Look forward to seeing you in Italy. And I said to my guide, well, what can I do about this now that I know about it and now that I can feel the energy? And he said, forgive. There's only one thing to do, that's to understand it and forgive it. And recognize that you attracted it because that's what you believed you deserved. And you know, I never ever had that dream again. And that was one way I knew that I had released it. So we read an awful lot about these things, but in fact the only way to set yourself free is to forgive. And one of the things that Archangel Uriel does is to set you free. He helps you to set free the beliefs, cut away the cords to all those things that are blocking us, blocking our confidence, blocking our self-worth. And once he's let those go, we are free. And you have peace, and you have a sense of serenity and harmony. And that's the gift of Uriel. And of course, Aurora, his twin flame, his other divine complement, is about new dawns, new beginnings. So once you have let go and forgiven, then you set yourself free. And Hanukkah, you got the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. I love that dragon. I think it's got, and I have to share something. I've got advanced copies of my new dragon book, which is coming out in a couple of weeks. And on the front is that dragon, the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So that's a little bit of validation, Hanukkah, and it reminded me to just push up a picture of the book. You can order it from Amazon or set your advanced ordering in. So do that, because perhaps I have to talk about it after all. It's an amazing book. I'm sure I'll talk about it next week as well. And in the middle, there are illustrations. I hadn't really realised. They're just gorgeous. Look, in the very middle, there are several pages of different illustrations of the dragons, and they've blown up from the dragon parts and are amazing. And I've opened it on Soul Level Awakening with the Black Dragons, opening you up to the new, developing your new potential. And what this book also has is not just visualizations, but lots of exercises. And then here's a very, very simple exercise about developing new potential. Taking your crayons and a paper and call in the black dragons, trust they're with you. And then draw an outline of a great big black cocoon. Because in the darkness, that's where things grow. And just draw a seed. And then take a green crayon and draw it sprouting leaves. And whenever you feel it's right, just draw on some more leaves. And eventually draw the leaves growing through the cocoon, like a seed sprouting. And you are giving a powerful message to your unconscious mind, to your soul, to the dragons, and they're all going to be helping you to sprout what you want to do. And I think that's a really simple way of doing it. There's a quick question here. Oh, I've missed it. Sometimes it lets me bring it down. All the questions about the animals. Do put it up again, and if I catch it, I will see. Craig says, Premier Christian Radio says angels are just messengers. Angels are messengers. I wouldn't say that they were just messengers. They do so many things. And there are many, many schools of thought that are very limited about the spiritual worlds because they are simply awesome and amazing. So when Archangel Uriel works with you and works with your solar plexus so that it starts to open up, then it will radiate with the Christ light as it has those 33 petals all carrying the Christ light and brings you peace. So why don't we? Let me show you the orb again that I took in Thailand of Archangel Uriel. It's there in the middle of the screen, yes. And why don't you just close your eyes? Take a deep breath. Feel the energy of the orb beaming
Douglas,
into
do you know
your
you're
solar
very
plexus.
hard?
And that's Archangel Uriel himself breathing light into your solar plexus.
Do you know that or not?
Oh, darling,
And then
that's
be
all.
aware of any
Just a little
cords
bit.
from your solar plexus
No, you're very,
that
very
link you
abnormal.
into
Oh,
It's
I'm
life.
not
old
very abnormal,
beliefs
sweetheart.
that no longer serve you. That link you into
It's not that bad,
thoughts,
is it?
habits, attachments,
How many years do bed rest to Douglas?
any forms of addiction, anything that happened in a past life or in this life that took away your self-worth, your absolute belief in yourself that stopped you from gaining mastery. Just have a sense of those cords now sprouting out of your solar plexus so that you can sense them or see them. And then ask Archangel Uriel to come in and very gently pull each of those cords out by the roots. So this is something to be done
Let's do it right
very
now.
delicately.
Okay, very delicately, but we'll do it now.
If you can name what
Kuzumuzu sange menge lo bindur ayi